just as a note, before I start, since I moved recently, I don't have all this memorized right off the bat, so I'm going to use this as a reference sheet if I have to, which I probably will. Now then, how you doing, folks?
Pretty good.
Awesome.
Nice to hear. How we all? Before we get down to business, I'd like to ask a quick question. Anybody remember the finger trumpet thing from Bruce Almighty?
Yeah.
You remember when that was witty and not just, you know, friggin' annoying?
Uh-huh.
I've got something to do for the next prick that decides to do that for me. Hold on a sec. I go, you can do musical instruments too? So can I. And then I do something like this, like a trombone. Go fuck yourself. Glad you laughed at that, because if you didn't, I'd be fucked out of an opener. Now, have you ever been at a really boring party, like, I don't know, last year before I got stabbed with the sword? There's an easy way to fix it, and I'm going to tell you what that is. Pick out the idiot who's easily scared, Alex. Fuck you. I don't know how you do it, but get it done. After you figure it out, turn off the lights, and have people start talking like possessed kids. Just everyone starts chanting, "We're gonna get you," over and over again. Then jump on the guy doing your best of my string, just go. It'll flip his
Brad
ass
to do his
right out.
to do his monster noises. Okay,
Everybody get this laugh.
Okay,
Shut
wait, you have to.
I'm doing my set.
Jordan,
Be
shut
honest.
up.
Shut the hell up. Everybody gets a laugh at the guy, and suddenly the party isn't boring anymore. Because people get talking about, like, man, we got you so fucking good. You're such a loser. I lead an empty life. But, you know what? It's repeatable, too. I'm sorry for the stutter. I drank 3 Red Bulls before I got up here. And if you figure things start to get boring, just pick out a new target and do it again. I mean, seriously, it's the greatest thing to do. I've done it. It's fucking hilarious. You know, I think comedy is an odd thing, really. It's just the whole execution of it. You tell a short story to build up tension. Work them until they're on the edge of their seats. Then you hit them with a punchline. Sometimes they laugh, sometimes they don't. And if they don't, a lot of people might roll with it, and a lot of people might change their style. Some people might go down the dark and dirty path of the disturbing comedy that turns your stomach as you laugh. Or some will go down the long, boring comedy that has you laughing at the end if you are still awake. I want to someday see a combination of, I don't know if I do it or someone else does it, I don't care, I want to see it done. A combination of two. I want them to call it borer. They'll be like, at the punchline they go, ah! Thank God that long ass joke is over. Creepy fucker. No. There's a reason why I'd call it borer, because it's a hell of a lot better than the other combination, which would be whoring. Which is not good, no. That's not good. And I'm not talking about flooring either, because the only way to get a good laugh out of flooring is to watch your incompetent friend try to do it. Get one that sings while he does it too. 1 plank, 2 plank, 3 plank, 4 plank, 5 plank, 6 plank. Fuck, that one is backwards. Now, that could be some entertainment from flooring, right? Whoring, the one where you sell your body on the streets, isn't funny though. Unless the whore's dressed like a clown. Then it's funny for the wrong reason. Which just makes me think, oh, geez, wouldn't it be great to move to America, eh? The Obama administration is in, they're going to make healthcare free. And then I moved there and wound up standing outside where I live and going, ah, here we are, America, the land of opportunity. I'd probably look around a bit and say, now where can I get me a hooker? Time for a topic change. A while ago, I was talking to my friend Eric about how to handle himself if you ever got pulled over for drinking and driving the other day. I said, okay, if you're drunk, you're going to have 2 standard reactions. Number 1, I'm fine, I can do this, I can handle this easily. Number 2, fuck, I'm going to jail. Now, if you know for a fact that you're going to wind up in jail, have a little fun. I'm not saying run the cop over, no, bad idea. Have a little bit of fun. You pull over safely, all that stuff. Unzip your pants, whip it out, and start playing with it. When the cop gets to the window to ask, do you know why I pulled you over? You look down, look back at him and say, I'm gonna guess impaired driving, or driving without both hands on the wheel. But look, 2 hands, 1 hand, 2 hands, oops, 1 again. At which point he started fucking dying, just he couldn't even walk straight. I said, dude, if you start walking like that, and the cop's gonna eventually stop you and say, what's the matter, son? What's wrong? What are you gonna say? I'm thinking about jacking off in a car, sir. And he's on the fucking ground. So I look over him and say, you know what? In this area of the city, the cop might even go, hey, you know, I was thinking of doing that myself later. Want to ride? Now, before I go any further, I think I should tell you a bit about Eric. First and foremost, he's a freaking chick magnet. He's one of those guys that can get laid anytime he wants. His skin pigment is black, or at least close to it. I don't know how you stereotype that or whatever. He wears glasses, he's built like a brick shithouse, and he's adopted. Both his adoptive parents are very white. That being said, his adoptive dad is big. Now, when I say big, I'm talking Boulder in the Indiana Jones movie big. One day, my friend decided to show his dad the path to a better life. He had a boombox stereo, an Indiana Jones hat, and pushed him at the top of a hill. Now, when his stepdad falls, he literally rolls. Now, when he pushed him down the hill, he turned on the stereo and started running after him until he got in front of him, with the Indiana Jones music playing, while running like a bitch. Here's another tidbit about Eric's life. He's got a dog, and it is, as he has claimed, blacker than he is. Here's a couple examples he's given me. Number 1, she tries to chase fit men who go by his house wagging her tail whenever she's in heat. Not really an indicator, I know. However, number 2 rectifies that. The dog runs away when a police car drives by. It doesn't matter if the siren is on or not. If it's a police car, she'll run, as Eric once said, and I'm quoting, as if she'll get beat like a runaway slave. That's pretty nasty. The next thing I want to talk about is at times considered a touchy subject, so I'm just going to say it. I shave my genitals. Seriously, I do. And I do this for a couple of reasons. Number 1, I'm white and it makes it look bigger. That's a plus. 2, I'm Scottish and have a naturally big bush, because let's face it, if you're wearing a kilt in winter, there's going to be some natural insulation involved. 3, and I think any guy here will agree, the last thing you want is to start tickling your woman's nose while she's going down on you. Because if she sneezes, ooh, that's going to leave a mark. Because when you sneeze, your mouth closes fast. And with your mouth full of, shall we say, sensitive materials, it's not a good plan. No. Which is why I shave. That, and because I shave, I now have a brand new level of respect for women who shave down there too. Because it's not the easiest damn thing in the world to do. There is never a more stress-inducing point in an average man's life when he has a razor near his junk. Because you're afraid that one slip and, oops, you're suddenly sterile! Speaking of accidental surgery, who here has been operated on? Anybody? What surgery did you get?
Well, I had a problem with my lungs.
Oh, cool. Problem with your lungs. So it's all better now?
Yeah, for the most part.
Alrighty. Anybody else? I think I saw all of your stands come up.
Just dental.
Alrighty. So dentist doesn't count, I think. Unless it's a
Jaw.
root canal. Oh, the jaw.
None that I know about.
That's nasty. Anyway, moving on. Personally, I've only had one, and it wasn't done properly. Not a fan of ever getting operated again. Anybody want to know what that is? Anybody?
Sure, why not?
Alrighty, you asked for it. Here it goes. It was a circumcision. No, my penis isn't horribly disfigured.
Yes,
It's not like I'll drop my pants and you'll see a fucking Van Gogh painting down there. No.
Yes!
Everything went smoothly and according to plan until it was time to put the bandages on it. They forgot the gauze. So, it bonded to my skin. Joy of joys. And I was just a little kid at the time. So although I wasn't completely aware what was going on, even I knew something was wrong. So back to the hospital we went. Of course, my fucking luck, the nurse doesn't believe us and tries to pull it off. Well, that was a fun trip to Painville. Now that I think about it, I was a rather stupid little kid, too. My dick would hurt if I put any pressure on it, right? So what did I do? Ah! 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 Jesus Christ, what the hell is wrong with me? Anyway, long story short, I did eventually get the bandages off, and now my dick looks like a flower if you look at it from the right angle. Hooray for me. I now have a daisy patch in my pants at all times. Anyway, it looks like my time is almost up, but before I go, I want to impart you with some words of wisdom a drunken hobo once shouted at me while I was outside one day. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'll fuck you with a rake! Hope you don't run from here as fast as I did from him. Good night, folks, you've been great.